This interview is for information only and should not be considered as investment advice or a recommendation to buy shares in the company featured. Welcome to this Stockbox interview.
Joining us today is Rob Bennett, the General Counsel at Oxford Cannabinoid Technologies. Thank you very much for joining us today. Rob, how are you doing?
I'm well, thank you, Mark. Good morning. It's a pleasure to be speaking with you today at the beginning of a very exciting year for Oxford Cannabinoid Technologies.
Yes, indeed. Well, we'll come on to that news in a moment, of course, about the EU patent application that you filed for Programme 2. But before we talk about that, of course, with it being the first time that we're speaking here on Stockbox, I wonder if we could get a little bit of an introduction to yourself and what's led you to your role at OCT.
Of course, yeah. So I've been with the business now since December 2022, and I can't believe it's been only 14 months given how much we've achieved in such a short amount of time. Before joining OCT, I had worked in leading city and international law firms, as well as some of the largest private and listed businesses in the UK as an in-house counsel. Having worked at large and established businesses, I was looking for the challenge of working in a smaller, early stage, purpose-driven business such as OCT. And what particularly attracted me to OCT was the incredibly close-knit, high-performing and very capable team. I don't know whether that always comes across in the RNSs and annual reports, but it's an honour to be working alongside such fantastic colleagues. The team obviously was further enhanced after I joined with the arrival of Dr. Tim Corn as our Chief Medical Officer, who, as you will know, has brought a wealth of experience and expertise with him as well. And so the team is brimming with innovation, expertise, experience. I believe it has the right skills, mindset, attitude to take this business forward with pace. So very exciting.
Okay, great. And just briefly, what are your responsibilities at OCT?
So as General Counsel and Company Secretary as well, then I am responsible for everything that is legal, compliance, risk. And so no 2 days are the same. And it's a very, very varied workload with lots of exciting and challenging aspects to it.
Okay, excellent. And hence why we're talking to you about the news yesterday about the filing of the European patent application. I guess that was one of your areas of focus for a fair bit of time there. This is, of course, for Programme 2. But what is the patent for exactly? What is it you're looking to protect?
So OCT is an early stage biotech, and as such, we are a knowledge intensive company. Protecting IP, intellectual property, the ideas and products created by the excellent team is a fundamental part of our strategy. And the key point of difference between us and those other businesses in the medical cannabis space, we have a suite of granted patents and pending patent applications relating to our proprietary and licensed library of over 300 cannabinoid derivatives. And yesterday's announcement adds to that number.
Okay, and is it, what is it protecting exactly? Is it the because it's normally a product, isn't it? The patent is filed for. Is that right?
So I can't say too much about the detail.
Right. Okay.
But in broad terms, the application is directed to a novel composition that delivers a consistent measured dose of THC and CBD by inhalation. It's our expectation. It's directed at Programme 2, which is targeting trigeminal neuralgia. Trigeminal neuralgia is a severe type of facial pain that has historically been very difficult to treat because of its rapid and unpredictable onset. People suffering with the condition can experience the pain for a few seconds through to several minutes and may have multiple up to 100 attacks a day. Sure. It is our expectation that the delivery mechanism will provide a rapid absorption and therefore faster analgesia for those living with this debilitating condition.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Well, I understand you can't talk too much, but yeah, that explains sort of what the patent is for. In terms of what the filing of this application means for both the development of the program, i.e., Programme 2, the targeting of trigeminal neuralgia, but also for the wider company? I mean, you spoke there about having, it's important for the company like you to have a sort of a library or a bank of IP that's protected. So I guess the filing of this just adds, more kind of base value, if you like, to the value of the company as a whole. But how significant is it? Why is it so important? And what does it mean for the development of Program 2?
As a listed early stage biotech company, sometimes it's difficult to share lots of details on the operational progress going on behind the scenes. And I think this application is actually a glimpse behind the scenes as to the activity that personally I've been doing, but also the team's been doing. And investing in the application is part of that. And we expect more to come over the following year. It demonstrates our faith in our commitment to Program 2. The program has gone through extensive preclinical studies and is now ready for ready to enter the clinic as a phase 1 trial.
Okay. Is it a key part, do you think, or not necessarily? Is it just is it a nice value add to have, or is it a key element to have a patent for Program 2?
So I think it's absolutely a key part. So our mission is to unlock, which public is to unlock the therapeutic potential of cannabinoids for the benefit of people living with these debilitating conditions. We know people have been using self-medicating with cannabis for centuries, if not millennia. And our mission is to replace that anecdotal knowledge with hard clinical evidence that will allow people living with debilitating and chronic conditions to access therapeutic benefits through the healthcare systems. Protecting that investment and our shareholders' investment in us by having a strong IP strategy goes hand in hand with that mission, and therefore is absolutely critical to our strategy.
Okay. There are lots of elements, aren't there, it seems, to sort of biotech. There's not just the development of course, the treatment and the program and going through those trials, but there's also the protection of that IP or indeed the delivery methods, as you say here. There's lots of different elements come together, I guess, to build the whole package. Now that the design or the application has been submitted, is it now fully protected? I noticed from the news that it's quite a lengthy period, 2 to 5 years of a sort of an assessment and granting period. I guess that's standard. But what have you got to do much more work in that period? And is the design protected from day one, from now? So
as you mentioned, we mentioned in the RNS, it's 2 to 5 years. That is not unique to OCT. That is just the patent application. It is an incredibly complex and involved and lengthy progress, but that's countered by the protection that is granted that comes from granting of the application, granting of the patent. Once granted, you can then retrospectively enforce against your patent. So that retrospective enforcement is a very strong deterrent to anyone looking to infringe that patent during the application process.
Okay, I see. Okay. Well, just a final thought from you, if I can. You said you joined the company December 22, so not too long ago. But how are you sort of feeling about the company? I know you said you were excited to join quite a close-knit team there. But if we perhaps just look ahead, sort of Q1 and beyond, how are you feeling about the company's development and where your time specifically will be focused in the company?
Well, I'm very positive about the Q1, H1, and the whole of 2024, if I'm honest. There's a lot more in the pipeline. It's going to be an exciting and energetic 2024. Personally, I have many projects on my desk.
Okay.
One of which is the continuous sort of strengthening of the IP portfolio and the protection around that. There will be a lot for us to share over the coming weeks and months, and we're really looking forward to sharing those developments with you and can't wait to do so.
Okay. Well, thank you very much for your time today. Rob Bennett, the General Counsel at Oxford Cannabinoid Technologies, and I'm sure we'll be speaking again on this area of the business.
I look forward to it.
If you enjoyed this interview, then give us a thumbs up, a like or a retweet. Subscribe to us on YouTube or follow us on Twitter and hit that notification bell to be the first to know when we release new content. There's loads of great content on our website too, across all our programs at stockboxmedia.com. Thank you for watching.